Now, with the last American man to win the U.S. Open 20 years ago in 2003, Andy Roddick. Andy, thank you for joining us this morning, my friend. Always great to see you. And let's start with last night. Coco Gauff heading to her first U.S. Open after a tough match last night. Really nearly an hour delay because of some protests. What is the key to staying focused? Because that's all you heard about during that break. Can they stay focused? What was the key to stay focused when you have a big interruption like that?
Well, listen, I think it's an imperfect scenario, obviously. I think for Coco, what I read this morning, she said, I'm just going to treat it like a rain delay. And with a rain delay, sometimes you don't know if it's going to be 10 minutes or you don't know if it's going to be an hour and a half. So the biggest thing is, do you cool down fully and then kind of warm up again, or do you kind of stay active and do you try to time some food a little bit? But obviously she handled it as well as you could. And she's just been amazing this summer, winning in D.C., winning in Cincinnati, and then marching right to the U.S. Open final. She is a star. She is exciting, and she's an awesome person too. And
you've experienced all this as a U.S. Open champion. So what is the most important thing for Coco to do in the next 24 hours to make sure that she is ready to perform her best for the finals?
Not to listen to dummies like me on TV. She has such a good head on her shoulders. She had a heavy workload. I mean, she entered all three events, mixed doubles, doubles, and singles. And so now the pacing will become easier. Has a day off to rest, maybe just work on a couple of things, maybe be practice specific about her next opponent, Aryna Sabalenka, who is just full of power and will try to go through Coco on Saturday. But I think just more of the same. I don't think you change too much up. She's been in such a good run this summer. Partnering with Brad Gilbert post-Wimbledon has been a really good move for her.
So in other words, just play her game.
I think so, and make little adjustments, obviously, with who you're playing, and practice the things that you might work on, the patterns you might work on. But overall, she's playing great. It's just going to be a matter of how she handles the moment.
And then in the men's side, we have Ben Shelton, 20 years old, pulled off the upset against Tiafoe, and he faces Djokavic, which is not an easy task in itself. And you only 1 year older when you won the Open, which is amazing to me. What does Ben need to do to pull this off?
He can't be subtle with anything. I actually talked to Ben's father yesterday on the phone for a little bit, and I said, "There's no red light, there's no yellow. It's green light the whole way." He's got to try to go through Djokovic. He doesn't want to get in these extended rallies. Novak's superpower is finding the pattern he wants with depth and direction. Right? He's like a surgeon out there. So you don't want Novak to know what's coming. Novak knows what's coming. He treats it like Barry Bonds looking for a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. Right? He can repeat it over and over. So it's kind of the confuse and conquer method. He's got to go, mix up the pace and speed on first and second serves, not let Novak get the same look 5 or 6 times in a row, and try to make it about a couple of points here and there, maybe in a tiebreaker, as opposed to, a longer scale look at examination of his game.
So he just needs to take chances. Don't be afraid to hit some shots. Don't be hesitant with anything that he does.
No, and come in, right? Come in sometimes, stay back sometimes. Don't be scared to come in on a bad shot, because what you need to do is just put the thought of it in Novak's head. I mean, Novak's a cyborg at this point with the way that he goes about his business. You can't go around him. You can't go through him. So you're going to have to mix it up. If he knows what's coming, it's curtains.
And on the other semifinals men's match, Carlos Alcaraz, he's against Daniil Medvedev. And Medvedev's coach, Alcaraz's coach, is who you beat to win the U.S. Open. So it's a kind of a small world going on right here. Who is your pick, put you on the spot, to bring the men's trophy home this year?
Alcaraz is certainly capable. He proved it last year, proved it at Wimbledon. I just have a hard time betting against Novak in a 3 out of 5 set format. I mean, I think he's the best player of all time. Statistics would agree. Alcaraz is the guy with the upside. He's probably my favorite player to watch on earth right now. He reminds me of LeBron James, where it's like, okay, this guy can't possibly live up to the hype coming out of high school, and then they do it. And out of the gate, he's already a U.S. Open and Wimbledon champion. He's the most exciting guy I've seen in a long, long time. And thank goodness Spain finally has a prominent male to dominate tennis. Right? That took him what, weeks?
That is a very, very good point. But it's been 11 years since you retired. Time goes fast. Seems like yesterday. What are you doing to keep yourself busy outside of talking about tennis?
Yeah, well, listen, I founded a healthcare company, a booze company. Those don't really go together. But Sweetens Cove and ViewFi, I run a charitable foundation in Texas called the Andy Roddick Foundation. So no day looks the same, but just trying to hustle like Strahan,
No, hey, slow down right there. Slow down. You're hustling harder than me, my friend. Great to see you, Andy. Cheers. As always, appreciate you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here. to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.